We suck again!
So I said in our series preview, I thought the series would go 6 to 7 games between the Suns and the Clippers, but I would be lying if I said that I expected the Suns to lose game 1. Seriously though, shout out to Russell Westbrook. Everybody laughs at him, everybody wants to make fun of him. He said not today. He had a terrible shooting performance, but at the end of the game, in the waning moments, he bullied Booker. Booker trying his very best to get it to Kevin Durant, can't, decides, okay, we'll take the 2, and Westbrook simply denies him. Now, I see a lot of Suns fans on Twitter claiming that this was not a block, but rather a non-call that really hoed the Suns. But I gotta be honest, in my opinion, it looked clean. It was a great play. He just seemed like he wanted it more. And can you really call that a foul in the playoffs? I don't know. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Was it a foul or not? Hit the like button for me, and let's get straight into it. So the number one glaring problem with the Phoenix Suns is their lack of depth on the bench. It's clear as day now, isn't it? For the life of me, I cannot figure out why you give Okogi damn near 30 minutes a game all season, building up some chemistry just to rip that scab off before it heals, and say, no, now Landry Shamet, you go in there and play instead of him, and all of you, get used to it. I really kind of like this standing up thing. I'm able to fire off a lot of hand gestures. Also, shout out to Kawaii, who is absolutely magnificent. This goddamn robot is literally unguardable and it makes me sick. So going forward, the Suns have to double Kawaii much more than they are, if not every possession, because when he gets in rhythm, and he gets in rhythm way too easy 1v1 versus Craig, if he's in that rhythm in the fourth quarter, it's curtains, as you all saw game 1. One of the biggest issues Sundo and I pointed out in the series preview is that the Clippers have the better coach. That seemed to be true game 1. And if I'm being completely real, I don't even know where to start with Monty's deficiencies in this game. In fact, literally both of the things that we pointed out, having the worst coach and having the worst bench, they both came back and just snake bit the hell out of the Suns. But like I said, the most confusing thing for me is Monty flipping the bench rotation upside down and pulling Okogi. I understand starting Craig. It worked out. Craig had a hell of a game. I'm not mad at Craig. But why not play Okogi at all? I mean, he'd been playing steady minutes for the Phoenix Suns, and it had been working during our nice winning streak. Let's be honest, the Suns don't have much chemistry yet with Kevin Durant. So why take what little bit of it you had and throw it out the window and put in a whole new bench unit of players that cannot shoot? Monty's like, no. Forget all of that chemistry we've got with Okogi. I'm going with Mr. Trick Shot, Landry Shamet. He'll get it done because I like him. I've had Landry Shamet's back all season. Every time people want to talk crap about him in the stream, I'm saying, hey guys, listen, yeah, he's having a better season for the Suns this year than last. Let's cut him some slack. But there's a major difference between the way he plays offense and the way Okogi plays offense. Okogi gets the ball at the three-point line, catches, and shoots if it's open. If the clock's running down, he'll launch if he has to, with a hand in the face. But if not, he's pump faking, driving to the rim, drawing contact after a wild Euro step, going to the line, and generally knocking down most of his free throws. But what Shamet does when he catches the ball is pump fake, take a side step, drive into the paint, or left or right, fade away as far from the rim as possible, and try to hit the world's toughest shot you've ever seen. Almost every time. And it's not conducive. It's almost akin to DeAndre Ayton not going at the rim, but rather settling for fadeaways and turnarounds. Like, Landry Shamet is so lucky that Monty puts him on the pedestal that he does. If I'm being completely honest, he's like a Walmart version of Terrence Ross, only 3 or 4 inches shorter. It serves no purpose to have him on the court anymore now that you have Terrence Ross, who you barely played at all. Monty. I mean, am I losing my mind, or did we not just have a press conference weeks ago where Monty said, yeah, you know, the assistant coaches really had to badger me to get me to play TJ Warren, and he's really working out now, isn't he? No playing time. Instead, you go for big-boned Wainwright, who never saw a 3 he couldn't airball. Sorry, I love you. But I'm convinced. This dude simply looks like a defender, doesn't play like one. He looks like the type of guy you'd want to throw out there against Luka or Giannis, but he can't slide his feet, and he rarely is hot from 3. And ladies and gentlemen, last but not least, I present to you the Phoenix Suns' very best option, catch and shoot from three, Mr. Damian Championship DNA Lee, who as far as Monty's concerned doesn't even play for the Phoenix Suns anymore. Why? Reasons! In my opinion, he's a way better option on offense than Landry Shamet, who got 24 minutes compared to D. Lee's 0. So, is it time to panic? Is it time for the Phoenix Suns to panic? Is it all coming crashing down? Maybe. You gave up home court advantage. That now belongs to the Clippers. They now know that they can bully you. It's obvious the Suns have basically no chemistry on offense. You only put up 110 points against the Clippers with no Paul George? You should be able to score 120, 125 easy on that team. And you can't do it. It's hard for me to be upset with DeAndre Ayton. I'm not trying to let him just get away scot-free here, but he did have 18 and 8 in a game where he was barely looked at to do anything offensively. Monty decides to barely play him because he's got 4 fouls. I don't know what Monty's afraid of, but he's always terrified to play this man with 4 fouls. So we go to Jock and Busy, who had terrible games. They both got bullied by Zubac and Plumlee alike. Plumlee with 9 fingers. But what's even more disgusting, I think the biggest problem that the Phoenix Suns have right now is they continue to forget that the trade for Kevin Durant was successful. He's actually on your team, Monty. Did you know that? Did you know that in the fourth quarter, you should, when you've called a timeout, tell the team, hey guys, you see this guy with his slick new haircut? That's KD. Didn't recognize him without his bald spot, did you? I know, it's crazy, but that's KD. Give him the ball. Every time. He's not selfish. If you're open, he'll hit you. Kevin Durant took less shots than DA, who never gets any shots. This is a failure of coaching, in my opinion. If the Phoenix Suns lose this series, I'm all in on firing Monty. Of course, you have to find a coach better. You probably keep it quiet until you do. But if I have to, Ime Udoka can bang my wife. If it gets him to the Phoenix Suns. But I think at that point it would be completely necessary. How do you continue to have such good luck in the postseason? Almost every team you play in the postseason is missing one of their star players. And yet you can't scheme a way to get it done. My prediction is that this series now is going to go to 7 if the Phoenix Suns are lucky. And if they're super duper lucky, they'll win it in 7. Because this offense has been figured out and Monty so far has refused to adjust. No adjustments in game 1. In fact, all of his adjustments for the beginning of the series were trash. Tell me what you think in the comments below. We'll see you guys Tuesday for the stream. Until then, go Suns.